Charles Richardson Show is uncensored and is for adults only. Mature or immature, doesn't matter.
Ah, beautiful day. I'd call it perfect, but it's missing something, don't you think? Ah, there it is. This morning just wasn't complete until your first cup of coffee, right? Yeah, there's nothing quite like a steaming cup full of an addictive drug in the morning. I'm Roger, and I'd love to tell you about Horton brand warm addictive brown stuff. Please enjoy this footage of velvety smooth beans, followed by a well-shot close-up of a hot brown liquid that's brewed by mixing heated water with the roasted, smashed-up seeds of a flowering shrub native to southern Africa and tropical Asia. I only showed you that to remind you you desperately need your fix. How could you forget? You see, these small brown seeds are a naturally occurring source of the world's most widely consumed central nervous system stimulant, caffeine. While most brain-altering substances are outlawed or at least tightly controlled by the government, this entirely legal psychoactive drug is enjoyed by basically every person you know on a daily basis, completely unrestricted and with zero cultural stigma. In fact, it's openly celebrated by your friends, family, and morning television personalities. Smells so good. I can't wait to add flavors and sweetener to distract from the natural flavor of this thing I claim to love and not be addicted to.
I do like it. It's just that 2 sugars and that hazelnut creamer make it. I'm not addicted.
Junkies like him keep me, a harvester of brown seeds, in business. But not just me. Also me, a distributor of overpriced addictive sludge. It also comes in pumpkin flavored, if you'd prefer that to the wet cigar boiled asphalt flavor that occurs naturally.
I do.
Great. That'll be $11. And here's a cup with your name just butchered on it to prove that you will let literally anyone treat you literally however they want, as long as they're handing you a cup of the chemical reward of an unregulated psychoactive drug. Enjoy your drug disguised as a universally celebrated touchstone of human culture. Randor. Randor? That's not even a name. I didn't even try. Now, I understand that you wouldn't want to associate that chemical reward with the knowledge that people with far less money than you are severely underpaid to grow and harvest these bitter, drug-laden seeds. So I'd like to show you some more footage, this time of a hard-working, happy-looking person in Ethiopia or Guatemala, somewhere hot, it doesn't really matter. I'm also going to say some words that, combined with these images, should make you feel better. Organic, cooperative, sustainable, ethical, ethics. I could bore you with the details and complexities of the international commodities market, or I could just say, hey, look, this burlap bag of beans has fair trade stamped on it.
That's good. Right?
Sure. Or at any rate, it lets you plausibly deny that your happiness fix relies on somebody else's misery. Now, the only thing that'll keep you up at night is the central nervous system stimulant you consume on a daily basis via this mix of heated water and roasted, smashed up seeds.
Why are you doing this? Why are you telling us this?
You're really cranky when you haven't had your coffee. You know that? Yeah, there you go. A nice warm cup of your personality. Drink it up. I'm Roger, by the way.
I am extraordinarily busy, sir. I just wanted to ask about the chocolate. The lifetime supply of chocolate for Charlie. When does he get it?
He doesn't.
Why not?
Because he broke the rules.
What rules? We didn't see any rules, did we, Charlie?
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Under Section 37B of the contract signed by him, it states quite clearly that all offers shall become null and void if, and you can read it for yourself in this photostatic copy, I, the undersigned, shall forfeit all rights, privileges, and licenses herein and herein contained, etc., fax mentis incendium gloria culpum, etc., memo bis punitor delicatum. It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I must have the wrong house.
Sister. Oh, I missed you so much. They waited up all night for you, you know.
It's a long way from West Africa. Oh, coffee.
He's here.
I brought you something from far away.
Really? Oh.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
See? I smelled it. He's back.
Ryan, you have to leave.
What? What are you guys talking about? We know what's going on here. We know you're trying to each other.
What? No. Oh, please. Brothers and sisters don't look at each other like that.
He sent you to West Africa for a reason, Ryan, to separate you and your sister.
You're crazy. Oh, yeah? What's this?
He's my present this year.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay. We're
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm your son, and I'm in love with your daughter.
Oh, Ryan, what is in that box?
What's in the box, Ryan?
Oh, it's mine.
Your babes. Unbelievable.
Holy shit.
Emily, I love that we have so much in common because we grew up together. And I just want to wake up every morning to the smell of you and Folgers Colombian dark roast. Emily, will you make me the happiest brother?
Dad! Get off of him! I love him! Oh, no!
Just your
No! Stop it! No! No! I just want to my brother!
It's Folgers in your cup.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Julie. Julie. Guess what day it is? Julie. Julie. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Mike. What day is it, Mike? Woo-hoo! Mike. What day is it, Mike? Oh, come on. I know you can hear me. Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's Hump Day.
Hump Day.
It's Hump Day.
Hump Day. Uh-oh. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Uh-oh. Mike. What day is it, Mike?
It's Hump Day.
Hump Day.
It's Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Live from the Raw Talk Studios in Southwest Florida, it's the Charles Richardson Show.
All right. It is a Wednesday, June the 22nd of 22. Myself and Eric in the house. What's going on, Eric? Happy Wednesday.
Well, happy Wednesday to you too, sir. How are you feeling on this beautiful, beautiful day on the 22nd?
I am actually quite sore and tired, to say the least. And the reason why I'm sore and tired, I would like to push off as far as we can until Alyssa can get in here, which might be the second hour. But sore and tired, yes. What about you, sir?
I feel good.
You feel good?
Feel pretty good. Feel scale of, I don't know, 1 to 100. I'm probably feeling around like 98%.
What mic are you using right now? You just using because I see you got some headphones on.
Yeah, I'm just using the headphones. Is it coming through badly?
The last week was better.
Okay.
So just letting you know that. I mean, I know it's like, we got Karen doing the same thing. We're trying to get her and Eric and Karen, Karen's new to the StreamYard. Eric is, he's done shows before. So I guess he'd be more of the veteran, I guess.
You know what? It's actually you. I'm hearing you loud and clear, but the important thing is that you hear me loud and clear.
Yeah. Let me get rid of this.
Oh, that's better. Oh my God, whatever you just did, that was better. You just go back to the old way? You just went back to the old way, didn't you? There you go.
Yep, sure am.
Whatever mic that is awesome. That last mic is booty.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but yeah, this is much better.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right.
No, that's supposed to be a ding, ding, ding.
Oh yeah. Right. Sorry about that.
There you go. There you go.
Now, hey, listen, I'm all confused today. I really am. Because it's like yesterday, before 7:30 p.m., I was a very big antagonist to the Backstreet Boys. Going again was just like, let's see what this is all about. It's kind of like it's kind of like trying heroin for the first time. I'm not a big fan of it, but I see you get a needle. It'll poke for a little bit and just let's see what happens. Just for the life record, I have never tried heroin. But I'm just saying, it's like, it's the drug of choice for my wife, the Backstreet Boys. That's her drug of choice. And she said, just take a sip of it. And my sip was going to the concert, which, by the way, I may sue the Backstreet Boys because I may have permanent damage to my hearing.
I saw that.
These women, and no, I take that back. These girls, because women do not scream that high. I mean, I've had some scream that high, but not at a concert. That's another story. But I have some scream that high, but it's like that, they were in their, early 20s, late teens, at least 18. I've never heard screaming to that magnitude, so loud, so high pitched. And as I mentioned into the video, as we were stranded for about an hour and a half in the parking lot going nowhere, I kind of made my biography like, listen, if nobody hears from us, this is where we are. Please come rescue us, or at least bring a porta-john, because we have to go. No sound on Facebook. Oh, no. We not coming through? Thank you, John Monroe. No sound on Facebook. Let's see here. I kind of made my biography. John, check your Facebook sound. Check your sound. I'm able to come in through fine. What's going on with John?
Maybe the same thing that was going on with me. Who knows?
And usually he's pretty trustworthy. Like, I can hear you. You can hear me. I'm able to hear you. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, because I'm kind of wasting time anyway as it is. Let's go ahead. Let's go. You know what? Go ahead and take over, Eric, and talk for a few.
All right. So let me see. What do we talk about today? Well, first of all, I did see your post over there on Facebook. I'm just going to go ahead and just spit out a couple of comments, and then you just chime in whenever you get a second. I know that I'm not going to say you was reluctant last week to go to the concert, but you definitely had some reservations, and judging by your Facebook post, I would say that they probably won you over a little bit, maybe at the expense of your hearing. But I think you've got a new respect for it was the Backstreet Boys, right? So yeah, so it was the.
You're good. You're good. So your sound's coming through really good.
Okay.
Actually. So John, check it out. But yeah, you're right. I had yeah. You bastard. And there it is right there. My laptop was muted.
Oh,
thanks,
wow.
John. Thanks, John, for being the professional you are. Mikey says sounds great. Thank you, Mikey. Yes, I did have reservations. Now the one thing I will tell you, it's the reservations was the song of the songs of the Backstreet Boys. A lot of them I grew up. I'm listening to Alyssa, and Alyssa's like, she loves the sappy, slow type of songs, and it's like, I don't get that. I'm not a fan of that. It's just, is that what I'm going to hear all the time? Is that all these sappy shit going on? It's like, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was actually really good. It was actually really good, to the point where and I told her, it's like, listen, when I go there and I'm going to the concert, I'm not going to be negative. I'm not going to be a negative Nancy. I'm not going to be somebody that's going to go ahead and just have my arms crossed like this, like, okay, is this concert almost over? All right, what's going on here? Blah, blah, blah. I will say it didn't last that long. I was very surprised to see that it only lasted. It didn't even last 2 hours.
Really?
By the time they came on and ended, it was right almost at the 2 hour mark. So I was kind of surprised and a little gypped, if for that matter. I will say this, even though I want to try to reserve some of this conversation for when Alyssa gets here, but we'll revisit it. I will say this: why even and this I'm going to say to the Backstreet Boys fans and all the venues that book the Backstreet Boys. Why the fuck do you even have seats in that damn place? Why? Why? Because not one ass was in a seat the entire time the fucking band came out. As soon as the lights dimmed down, before they even made any entrance video or whatever, because they had this whole presentation like Jesus is coming out. Before they shut down all the lights, and immediately every ass was out of the seat, and every loud, annoying, obnoxious voice you could possibly hear in your lifetime times 15,000 started. And nobody was on stage. No, I mean, it was all dark, but nobody could see anything. Not even the people that were standing right around the catwalk that extends the stage. And from that point on, and obviously they sang along with the music, like everybody there is a fucking karaoke machine. They sang along with the music, and it's like, yeah, you know what? 30 and 40-year-olds are no different than the 18 and 20-year-olds that were listening to this music. It's not even any. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Maybe I should say this while my wife is out there. I'm going to tell you something. I saw a lot of people that look like diehard Backstreet Boys fans for over 20 years, 25 years. And I got to say, they did not age gracefully. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
But the row that I was in, the section I was in, these chicks were not 30, 40 years old. These chicks were probably right after getting out of high school and maybe even freshmen in college. And they look pretty damn good. The one sitting right next to my wife looked pretty damn good. Just saying, it's a big, diverse crowd that they got. They got their diehards, and now they got all these new boppers. And even some of them, it's like, what the hell song is this? I'm thinking, you've never heard of Backstreet's Back? Are you kidding me? You never heard of that? So, and this is not me. This is not me learning the music from my wife. This is me knowing this music because I grew up with them. They were on the charts. They were, playing, on the Casey's Top 40, and they were one of the dance songs that the station down here played and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah. But I will say these people are entertainers. And like I said on Monday's show, I've gone to like one real concert and a couple of performances. And the one real concert I went to was Train. Now, they're a rock and roll band. They actually play instruments. Backstreet Boys don't play instruments. They play on the DJ side. It's like, all right, whatever remix we're going to do, we're going to dance like this. We're going to dance like that. We're going to have a mic there. We're going to sing and everything like that. And, some a cappella. It's like, they don't play instruments. They play their bodies. That's what happens. But Train plays instruments. So Train's not there out there choreography and anything like that. You got Pat Monahan up there on the stage, blowing kisses and taking the camera out there, and the camera's facing the crowd. You see it on the Jumbotron over there. The crowd's getting into it. So it's like, he's doing all that stuff. That's his entertainment. And of course, the music was just as good. Now, of course, Train, there was not any fucking loud ass screaming to the point where I was losing my eardrums. Train was actually entertaining for their music and music only. Backstreet Boys, the songs that I did know, the songs that I did get into were the high energy dance music. Yes, they went into the slow, sappy shit where it's like, I got to go get a beer. I'll be right back, hon. And some of the songs I didn't even know, like we got after the concert, it's like, what song is that I heard? I never heard of these songs before. One sounded like they were rapping, like it was actually a hip hop song. And it's like, where the hell was this? I never heard this. That was never released in the United States. Why the fuck not? And somebody else that wasn't released in the United States is John. John, what's up?
All right, I'm going to ask you a question, then I'm going to hang up to listen to your response, okay?
Go ahead.
Okay. Do you think there was lip sync going on? And if there was, is it okay for them to lip sync?
Okay, I'll answer that. All right. Yes and no. I do think the last song that they played when they got off was lip synced. And the reason why I say that is they were all dancing, cavorting, and I could see one or two of the boys, their microphones, when they were singing, microphones were being held up and they're around because they didn't wear earpieces or anything like that. They're holding handhelds. So I'm over here seeing like a couple of them, and I didn't hear any distortion, like they lost a voice or two with the chorus. So I'm thinking, yes, I think they did lip sync. Now, the question is, John says, is it okay to lip sync? I don't think so. I think it diminishes from the concert. However, in certain aspects, like if they're going out on the show, especially because the show ended with a popular song that was remixed like 3 or 4 different times. So it made it like, how could they possibly lip sync it when they didn't record this? Who said they didn't record it? They could have recorded that before the show, and that's what they're using. So I do have suspicions that they did lip sync the last number. Their mics weren't turned off because they were still talking like, thank you, Tampa, we love you, blah blah blah, during the song. But as far as the rest of them go, no, I think everything else was done legitimately.
Well, answer me this: how would you rate how they sounded in person on a 1 to 10 scale?
I think genuine. I think 10.
Okay.
So even if they didn't lip sync, I think they could have still pulled it off.
Okay.
So they sounded like if you were listening to it in the car. It was recording sound.
Okay.
Now John says now they are ripping fans off, but they're not the only ones. Well, yeah, of course they're not the only ones. I know that. I know.
It's entertainment. So, you got to kind of grade it a little bit on the curve. You're talking about men between the ages of like 40 and 50 getting out there, doing a lot of movement. So, you know what? I think that it will be okay in certain aspects, as long as it's not cheating, as far as the performance. There has to be a reason why you throw that lip sync segment in there. So if they're high energy, doing all of the dance, well, how was the dancing, first of all?
So yeah, there was a lot of choreographed dance. I mean, you're looking at 2 hours of choreographed dancing, with breaks in between. There's 5 of them. So after like 2 or 3 song sets, one would break, say something to the crowd, and say, "Hey, we love you, man," and 2 years is blah 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 blah.
Okay.
So it was like that. Then there was one segment which I was rolling my eyes at. So they came out with 2 crates, or it looks like cutout crates, like facades, and it said BSB and DNA. There's DNA to it. So these the 2 of the Backstreet Boys were there. 3 of them, apparently, they said they went back for a wardrobe change. It said, well, ladies, how about if we go ahead and change right here in front of you? I'm thinking, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that they were not happy with that suggestion, right?
Oh no. They weren't happy at all. And just for the record, me saying they're not happy means appropriately, like every woman was coming themselves as they said that. Every woman, there was no wet dry seat in the house. Let's put it that way. Actually, no, there were dry seats because none of them were sitting down. Anyway, so part of that scene, it's like, you know how back in the day we used to run around and people would throw the girls would throw their bras and panties on stage. What if we returned the favor and those sorry sack of shits threw their fucking underwear out there? Now, I doubt it. It was worn. I doubt it. I'm sure it was back there. They had a pair of underwear or whatever, and they just threw a pair of boxers out there. So it's just whatever. It was all seen, and of course the chicks ate it up, and it's like I said, the entertainment quality was there, the lights were there, the club atmosphere was there. I enjoyed that aspect of it. When you go ahead and start slow doing that stuff, and it's like, oh no, we're gonna go ahead and say, "Have you ever been lonely tonight?" Or that type of stuff. I'm thinking, yeah, another beer, please. Let me drink another one. But no, they broke it up pretty good. Where they went ahead and they downshifted really good, and then it's like, all right, they cut it down 2-3 seconds. Are you ready to party, Tampa? And they just went ahead and just threw another dance song on it. So, they went ahead and they kept the flow going, kind of like a DJ would at a wedding. It's like, all right, we're gonna do 3 fast songs, and then hey, let's get the couples out there so they can do their little slow dance, and then maybe bump it up to the next level, and then let's go ahead and full out rock your top off and stuff like that. And that's how they did it, and they did it well. They did it very well. John says lip syncing and destroyed Milli Vanilli. Not Millennia Vanilli. It's Milli.
Hell, those cats couldn't sing worth a damn anyway.
But that's the thing. Let's put it this way. When you go to the Macy's parade, or if you go to the Christmas parade or the Rose Bowl parade, and whatever they have live performances where you're being held on mic, and guess what? Millions of people are watching you. Shit, they're not going to let you just hold the mic. They don't know what you're going to say. Mariah Carey taught them that lesson. They don't know what you're going to say. We're going to go ahead and play a track. It's going to sound professional. It's going to be CD quality, and your mic is going to be turned off. You could use that thing to scratch your back, but people are still going to enjoy singing and hearing your song. But you can just go ahead and scratch your back, pick your butt with it. You just do whatever, and no sound's coming out of that thing. And that's what it is. So is it really a cheat? Yes, I do think it's a cheat. But at the same time, it's all the part of performance. If you can go ahead and get away with it, why not? And I think, honestly, that whole crowd there could care less if they were lip syncing it or really singing it or whatever. I think they could care less. They enjoyed just the ability to see this band that was supposed to come 2 years ago, but couldn't because of COVID. Now they're back, and new songs have come out since, and they've gone ahead and performed them. So they're happy to see them. I don't think there's any reason why they would say, "Oh, well, we felt cheated. You've lip synced." My wife doesn't think they lip sync, but I gave her reasons to believe otherwise. But she's like, they're against it. Well, it doesn't mean they don't do it. Like you said, 30, 40-year-old men that are out there, they're still dancing away. They got to have a break every once in a while.
What was there an opening act?
There was. So, yeah, let me lay this down for you. So the opening act came on at 7:30. Remember, it's still daylight out. We're in the amphitheater. We're outside. So, no, not a lot of like lighting, special effects or anything like that. But the opening act sucked. It was horrible. And I'm not saying it's horrible because of the music. I'm saying it was horrible because of the music. And what I mean by that is the mix, that whoever mixes this stuff to have it sound out there on the speakers sucked. Honest to God, this hot, smoking hot Australian singer that came out, and she had a band, and I'm talking about guitars, drums, keyboards, and the whole 9 yards. So their music that they had to pump through those speakers wasn't on a CD or an MP3. They're playing, and it was so damn loud it drowned out her. Like, we heard her, but we didn't hear what she was saying. She could be saying, "I love America," and all we heard was the loud high pitch. That's all we heard.
Wow.
We didn't hear any words. I mean, there was some words that maybe she shouted out that, okay, we finally heard, but everything was blaring so goddamn loud. It was like, what are you saying? Is there a way we could read the lyrics? Because, my God, we don't understand what you're saying.
So that would have been a good time for limp syncing.
I think it would be a good time for just to get the fuck off stage. Let's play some more records, because that's what they do. So what they do as you're walking in, all the the contemporary hit music is playing on CDs and stuff like that. So it just getting so that way you're not listening to nothing.
Okay.
You just best off doing that. But here's the thing: when you have an opening act, answer me this: when you have an opening act, the main act follows pretty shortly after, right?
Yeah.
What time frame would you think between the end of the opening act to the beginning of the main act? What is an acceptable time? To keep in mind, stagehands have to go ahead, wipe away the opening act, and get ready for the new act. What do you think is an acceptable time frame?
You know what? We treat it like an intermission, so I'm thinking maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Because the opening act's probably not going to have a whole lot of stuff, going on because they're not known yet. So 10 to 15 minutes, I think, will be acceptable.
60.
60?
60.
All right, so
the opening act went for 7:30 to 8. 30 minutes. 4 lousy-ass songs. Horrible. Lousy. Guitar playing was great. Drums were banging. Vocals. Again, like I said, I has to be the person who mixed this was just a catastrophic fucking loser. Because honest to God, I looked up who it was. I didn't recognize her, but it's like she's established. She's an established Australian artist. You would think it's a lot better English than we're used to speaking, for crying out loud. They have that little twang, that sexy little Australian accent, or the English accent, British accent, whatever. And it's like, yeah, she's going ahead and wailing it. And it's like, all right. But no, there was nothing you could hear. It was just mixed horribly.
So was it? She's more like eye candy, I guess. Was she eye candy? Was there something that you can say that was, cool?
She was definitely eye candy. She was definitely eye candy. I mean, come on. She was. She was dressed in all. I mean, she was dressed with long pants and sleeves all the way down to her hands. But she had a nice figure, and if you were sitting close enough, obviously you see her face. Her face, knockout. So yeah, she was definitely that. But again, you're not there for eye candy, especially not for the opening act. You need to go ahead and perform. When we saw Train, we saw OAR. And OAR was a rock band, and OAR killed it. We loved that opening act. So it's like, I never heard of OAR. And after hearing some of their music, I think, really? That's OAR? Okay, cool. And I'm over here being a DJ, and I'm thinking, shit, I didn't know about this band. All right, fine, whatever. But yeah, 60 minutes between the end of the first act and the start of The Boys. Now, granted, and I will say granted, the stage had to be redone because they came out just a regular stage, two guitars, a drum set, and a keyboard, and her just walking around the stage. But when the Backstreet Boys came out, they had a two-tier stage with LEDs all coming out. So it's like they had to move that shit in place and I guess make sure everything was ready to go, and their mic stands and everything like that, which they had individual light strips on their mic stands for when they used them. It's like, Jesus Christ. So it's like, yeah, they had to make sure that all the effects were there.
Okay.
So, but still 60 minutes did seem.
Yeah, I would think that, now that's like way too long. Something had to have went wrong for them to take that long. 60 minutes? Come on.
Well,
I mean,
according to Alyssa, and Alyssa will tell you this when she gets here, she's been to about a dozen of these shows, to the Backstreet Boys. And apparently there's a saying in the community that says they're running on Backstreet time.
Okay.
So it's like they go on when they go on. There's no like set time. And she said that there's a time that they had to wait 2 hours for them to start. So it's like, hey, come on, man. You really think they're going to do that to us? And it's like, yep, watch. And I said, they'll be on before 9 because I was like, there's no way they're going to take that long. Sure enough, 8:58 comes along. We checked as soon as the lights went dim. I checked my phone before 9. So I was right. It wasn't much before 9, but it was before 9. And it's like, there we go. The opening video came on, and they started wailing. So, but yeah, it's listen, the seats we had again also too the same thing. The seats we had weren't close. They weren't like right up there, but they were close enough to the point where there was no bad seat in the amphitheater. There really isn't. I mean, there's only going to be seats that you're going to see. Are they going to look this big to you, or are they going to look this big to you? It just depends. I mean, it's still you can still clearly see them, and still the performance was entertaining. The music was entertaining. The lights were entertaining. They had everything, and of course, when they came on, we heard them. We heard them, not the blaring. We heard them, and that was what I was kind of worried about. It's like we go ahead and when you have that type of crappy opening act, it makes you worried. It makes you worry, like, what the? Oh my God! I really hope they didn't screw this up. But they didn't. They didn't. It was good. It was very good.
Well, I'm glad you had a good experience there.
Yeah. We'll get a few more insights on Alyssa coming in. We'll revisit here briefly, but we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about that. But there's a couple of things that we want to go ahead and discuss, and I'll ramble them off, and you tell me which one you want to start with because we got a couple of decent ones. One is United States. By the way, Eric, are you a smoker?
No, I don't. Well, I haven't smoked since, and I've never been a cigarette smoker. But the last time I smoked something, it's like 91.
Okay, all right.
And there's a story behind that we'll get into later.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we don't need to get into it. But
no, will get into it later.
Oh, right. Okay, weird. So there's one story there. So if you are a smoker out there, the United States is proposing a rule to limit nicotine levels in cigarettes. Another story is families say my child will die if Florida moves to withhold gender transition care. An Oklahoma fast food restaurant worker arrested after they found meth in an order. There was thieves that took off with 540 gallons of diesel fuel without paying. Kraft Macaroni and Cheese is going to change their names. And Biden is calling for a 3-month federal gas tax holiday. Those are your opening articles. Which one holds more interest to you?
I'm curious on how do you get away with 540 gallons of diesel fuel?
So diesel fuel, we got that on the list. All right, let's talk about diesel fuel because you're right. In this day and age, when you go to the fucking pump, you don't get any drop without slipping in a credit card, a debit card, or prepaying at the register. Now, over here in Citrus County, Florida, they're asking the public to help with identifying several suspects involved in a diesel fuel theft. According to the sheriff's office, they noticed the incident occurred at a 7-Eleven 7 days ago around 9 a.m. Deputies said the suspects pumped approximately 540 gallons of diesel fuel without paying. Number one, where the fuck do you store 540 gallons of diesel fuel?
I'm
Isn't
lost.
like the biggest truck I think maybe can hold, and this is not. We're not talking about an 18-wheeler. We're talking about a regular pickup. Maybe maybe a 3 or 550 or whatever the biggest size pickup is. Wouldn't like 100 gallons be like the top on that one?
I would think.
Yeah. The sheriff's released the photo of the vehicles. Okay, along the description, one is a white 4-door pickup truck, possibly a newer Chevrolet Silverado. The other one's a gold Ford pickup truck, possibly 2000's F-250 with an extended cab. Both vehicles left the gas station, but it's not known where they were traveling to. While authorities did not reveal the exact amount of the theft, the estimated trucks made off with about $3 million worth of diesel fuel. Of course, I made that up. That's $3,000 worth of diesel fuel. According to AAA, gas prices were $5.69.8 at the time of the incident, making it about $3,076.
Wow.
Now, it doesn't say how they made off with the fuel without paying. I don't understand that.
And it probably won't, because then some folks are probably going to try to copycat that same process.
Yeah, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe John has some ideas about this. That's why he's calling it. What's up, John?
Yeah, I kind of do somewhat. A while back, probably a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, on Facebook, there was a video and there was an article talking about how diesel fuel was being stolen. They would have like this truck van pull up over the diesel. You got caps or whatever, and they would pull up over it, and inside the van was a trap door type thing, and they had 4 55-gallon drums, and they were sucking the diesel fuel out, putting it in these 55-gallon drums, and then driving off. When you get done later, Google it up on just Google diesel fuel stolen caught, and something will show up about the diesel fuel being stolen.
But John, my question is like these days with all these pumps going to prepay, like you have to insert a card or a QR code or something like that. How can they get away with that? I don't understand how they were able to pump the gas without some type of payment.
No, what I'm saying is say a diesel truck comes in and fills up diesel, puts it in the ground. This truck would pull up, a van would pull up with 4 55-gallon drums, have a false bottom in the van, and they had a contraption set up where they were sucking the diesel up out of the ground into these barrels. But also too, look, when you Google, two guys were caught finagling at the pumps where they opened up the door, and whatever they were doing, they knew how to put the code in, and they were getting free gas and diesel.
Right.
But also too, I'm not going to say where I work, but up here in Connecticut, I do work at a place, and it's been happening lately. 2-3 o'clock in the morning, other truckers are going around stealing diesel out of people's trucks.
Jeez.
It's like, I think they hold like 200 or 400 gallons per tank, because they got some got double tanks.
About a week
ago, that's been going on.
Yeah, about a week ago, there was I was going ahead and actually looking up the article that you're talking about, diesel fuel stolen. Well, a week ago in St. Cloud, similar F-250s went ahead and stole 1,100 gallons. Now this one here was through a pump, though. Now they said pump 3 was apparently the ticket to ride there.
Like I said, Google it later.
Yeah,
and it will show. Plus, also too, it shows the guy that owned the gas station. There was no sound, but shows him running out because he caught the people. And you see the truck taking off.
Oh yeah,
Google, YouTube, or whatever like that. But yeah, it's insane. It's gonna keep on happening even worse. Like I said, especially at my the place of my employment, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, they're the truckers are going. It's so expensive. It's like $6.53, and in another month, I think it goes in effect. Diesel's going up another quarter.
Oh yeah, at least. Yeah, we're already going to see $5 and unleaded.
Anyways. All right, guys, have a good show.
Yeah, thank you. So, again, the question's not answered. Even though I think John maybe alluded, they're probably, it's kind of like ripping off a jackpot at a casino. You got to open up the machine, set the wheels and everything like that, and just pump gas. But yeah, it didn't say how they did it, but I'm sure there's going to be a flaw, and that's one of the things. As more of this keeps arising, it's like, well, we're just going to shut down the pumps until you come in and pay, because we're not even going to allow you to go ahead out and do that out there anymore. And number one, too, it's like, don't these, where in the hell are the people surveilling this video? Where in the hell are the people doing this? It's like you should be able to go out there stopping them right in their tracks. It's just take a gun, shoot their wheels or something so they can't get away. I mean, honestly, that's a lot of gas to go ahead and get away with. 1,100 in one, 540 in another. I mean, damn, they opened up their own gas station?
I'm looking at the video of it now. They basically were just sit there, vehicle parked. You know how you park your vehicle, go inside of the gas station, go grab some snacks. So it's just really innocently parked, over at the pump. And let's see.
A way you can share that?
Yeah, you know what?
See if you can share your screen.
You know what? I'm on a different screen. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, turn off whatever porn you're on and share that.
You're funny. But,
I know. I try to be.
Let's see here. No, I don't need porn. It's been a long time since I've had to worry about that.
Oh, good. You and me.
All right, hold tight 1 second here. Trying to see if I can do it.
By the way, those of you listening, don't hesitate. Give us a call, 813-699-5353. Gas prices are insanely over here. I'm sure they're all around the world. So even if you're listening to another part of the country here outside of Florida and Michigan, if you listen to us outside the country, give us a call, give us a message on Facebook, or email us at rawtalkonline@yahoo.com. We take it all.
You know what? I just sent you. Well, actually, I sent that through Messenger. So you should be able to copy it.
I got it. Yeah, we got it. I'll share the screen.
Wasn't me.
What? Wasn't me. Let's try not to do that there. Hold on a second. I don't want to get busted for showing a Discover card commercial.
Yeah, we're not advertising for Discover.
No, not at all.
Over the container lids here and stole hundreds of gallons of diesel fuel multiple times.
They hit us the days where we were paying like a real premium. Like altogether, it's like about $5,000.
This surveillance video shows a van driving over the underground fuel storage container lids at the family-owned Fuquay Express gas station off of Beltway 8 in Southwest Houston. The gas station manager, Jerry, claims the people in the minivan stole an average of 360 gallons of diesel fuel from the underground storage containers 3 days in a row, starting on Tuesday of this week. The minivan returned on Friday for the fourth attempt, but the manager was in the office and chased away the alleged thieves. Jerry also believes someone acted as a lookout in a nearby SUV. He says he reported the theft to Houston police and added new locks to the storage lids.
The lookout and the van that's pumping the fuel out, they come at the same time. The van drives on top of the fuel tank. That's all you see. No one comes out. They have a trap door inside their vehicle, which is crazy.
Oh, man.
Now, Tom, this is a local.
Okay, Tom, thank you very much. Back to you. So
Damn creative.
So you got to go ahead and you got to have some type of brains to go ahead and get your mystery machine out there and crack open a little hole in the bottom and it's just it kind of sounds like one of these freaking robbery attempts that you see on the movies. 15 seconds, let's go, move it.
That right there is like from the Ocean series, the Ocean 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
That's some pretty intense stuff.
It
the amount of
is.
creativity that you would need in order to pull something off like that, like you said, there's got to definitely be some brains behind that outfit for sure.
The thing is, and obviously they're not going to give all their dirty details, but there's going to be like John said, there's going to be some type of vacuum pump to suck it all in.
Yeah,
it's like.
And they said an average of 350 gallons, and they were born on attempt number 4. Wow.
Yeah, remember this one here, 350 gallons per time that they came out. This one here, 540 gallons. And I'm taking a look. This one here is just a picture of it. So I don't think it was. So this one here, the one that I was reporting on, this one just looked like it was just somebody taking off with pumping gas from a pump. It wasn't like anything sophisticated. Like we're going to go ahead and cut a hole on the bottom of the truck and steal from the I don't even know what you call those things. Obviously the damn it, you know what I'm talking about. The things that the trucks go in. The what?
Right. I was about to say a receptacle, but that's not it either. But yeah, I know what
that. Okay. I just couldn't think of the word, and I was spending too much time trying to think of it. But it's like, so you got one person doing from the pump, another person doing from the receptacle. But this one here that the one video you gave me, that seemed like some type of Mission Impossible type theme going on.
Yeah, it is.
And 3 times, damn! I mean, you already got your money, man. You can't hit a bank twice. You got to just get holding tanks. Thank you, John.
3. I mean, in okay, they got chased away. They still haven't been caught though. See, that's what's astounding me. And then, how in the world are you unloading fuel?
Who knows?
That's a lot of fuel. It's not like it's money and you could just store it up under a mattress or something. How do you get rid of diesel?
You know what it is? You know what it is? Is they may have these particular people that are stealing it. They may have cars or trucks or vans that ride on these, or they could have an RV that they just need this fuel. Now, again, it's stupid. Maybe they have their own 18-wheeler, because there's a lot of people that own their 18-wheelers that go on the road.
Yeah.
And they hold a ton of fuel. Again, it's tough out there because the trucking industry is suffering from this. Every place that, even all the way down to DoorDash and Bite Squad people, they're suffering from it too.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's now the diesel is prime. That's prime fuel right there. Me, if I was going to be something like that, hey, listen, where's just a regular unleaded fuel? Just give me that. That's all I need. I don't need the $7 fuel. Give me the $4.95 fuel. It's still damn expensive. It still is. But yeah, just keep eyes out there. I'm sure there'll be a YouTube of how to. Just look at that and get your own diesel fuel free. You don't even have to worry about it. Free.
Now that you mention it, let me take a quick peek and see. If
Well, maybe not
YouTube
diesel
video.
fuel. Do you need diesel, or do you drive on diesel?
Oh no.
No, all right. We just know us guys, you and me, Eric. We just need unleaded. We just need to know an how-to video on how to get our hands on some free unleaded fuel, regular fuel. That's all we need. 87 octane, baby. That's all we need. And it doesn't have to be ethanol. It could be ethanol free, because I think that's even more expensive. That it'll be the premium. It'll be the premium 87 octane. That's all we need. Somebody make a YouTube video on how to. How do we siphon that? That'll make me happy.
I just Googled it and something from CNN popped up.
Watch out. They'll be tracing you there.
Well, I mean, hey, you know what? This in no way reflects me condoling or encouraging anybody to steal fuel. However, there are some folks that are out there who have posed this question, and there were some people who was generous enough to share their answers.
How to? Well, this is
yeah,
how.
yeah.
Make sure you have a garbage bag over your leg. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look, again, not encouraging it, but like there's some folks that are pretty fortunate out here.
The expressions and the future planning of stealing gas is no way expressed to be intended for any actual causes. Please do not use said information for any evil. Make sure you please pay for your gas. I don't care if it goes up to $10 a gallon. Please pay for your gas.
Or stop driving.
Yeah. Nobody says you have to drive. Honestly, nobody really said, I must drive. No, you don't. No, you don't. You think you have to drive, but you don't.
You go get a bike. You could public transportation, but I don't know in extreme weather situations if people are open to that. Said bike riding, walking. I mean, we don't have to. I mean, there was a time where very few people had cars, and I know that we're dating this back to almost a century, but I mean, gas prices the way that they are now, it's like folks have to get you got to get creative. If you must go out there and drive, you better make sure you're doing everything in one or two trips, as opposed to getting in your car and riding like an eighth of a mile down the street to the corner store and back. I mean, I've got a store that's like 2.5 blocks away. I just walked to the store. It was hot today. Went and walked to the store, picked up some stuff, waved at a couple of neighbors, and then came home. Get that.
See, I used to live in an apartment complex that literally was a walk away from Publix, a walk away from Big Lots, a walk away from Checkers. So it's like, if I needed some fast food, I knew and there was not too much further was a McDonald's. So if I needed dinner that I wasn't able to go ahead and get from Publix, or I didn't care for cooking, I'm going to Checkers, McDonald's. If I needed some alternative things, like if I need some off-brand toys or electronics or something, I'm going to Big Lots. And then I have Publix, so I'm doing my grocery shopping. So it's like, and I didn't need a car for that. And if the public transportation literally is right between the apartment and Publix, so it's like, even if I wanted to go to the mall, guess what? I'm going on public transportation, and there you go. So that was the life, even though that apartment complex was sketchy to begin with, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they were trading much more than diesel fuel. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah,
so they were on a Snoop Dogg train.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it was more than a Snoop Dogg train. It could have been a
Scarface train.
It could have been a Scarface train, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, take a break, come on back. We got some pool from Kill Code and Irony, and then we have a bit. So we got about 8.5 minutes worth of break time. Go do what you got to do, but come on back here at the top of the hour, and we'll go ahead and entertain you further. We will then get into, since we talked about fuel being so goddamn expensive, we'll talk about Biden talking about how he's going to try to go ahead and get a gas tax holiday. And then we'll go into the other shit with macaroni and cheese changing its name, Kraft, fast food, meth heads, and my God, my child's going to die if gender transition care in Florida ceases to exist. Oh, no. Oh, my word. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Be kind and rewind. The Charles Richardson Show will be right back. Sit down, laugh and have a taste. For those who go unsung, impact but leave no trace. We are what held you, no freedom, just regret. Empty the gallows of what was left instead. Try to know what's going on, 'cause I can. Try to know I hope you understand. I try to know taste. Walked along this path, time to deviate. Move from the focus, the longer you can wait. Time to know one, I'm going on 'cause I can. It's time to know one, I hope you understand. Time to know one, I'm going on 'cause I can. Just try and go on. Just try and just try and go on. Move at your own pace. Move at your own pace. Solace in the ways. Solace in the ways. Love the anticipation. The flavor and the taste. Walked alone for too long. It's time to deviate. Time to deviate. Just try and go on. Try and go on. Still time to know one. Still time to know one. Going on 'cause I can. Still time to know one. I hope you understand. Time to know one. Going on 'cause I can. Just try and go on. Just try and just try. Going there 'cause I can. Time to know one. To know one.
Close your eyes, my heart. I want you to fall asleep. Whisper a sweet melody until you dream of me. If you feel lost, just listen for my voice. It will carry you into the light, through the dark. Out of the nightmare, it doesn't have to be this way. Where pain and fear turn into anger. So hey, let's have you all. God is strong. Let me in. I'll be the savior you have been. When your mind can no longer bear the weight, I'll carry you. Don't fight the feelings in your soul. You know I feel the same in me. We belong together, you know. It's never easy from the start. Build securities up. Look me in the eyes and tell me you want to leave. Go ahead and lie. You'll never be like the others before me. I'll always put you first. See you smile, to hear you lie. You're my everything. It doesn't have to be this way. Where pain and fear turn into anger. So hey, let's have you all. God is strong. Let me in. I'll be the savior you have been.
Do you feel exhausted and run down all the time? Do you have trouble sleeping and even more trouble waking up? Are you unable to motivate yourself to perform even the simplest of tasks? Do you often catch yourself thinking about death and your own mortality? Do you feel constantly overwhelmed by all your responsibilities and obligations? Do you eat out of pure boredom because the things you once loved no longer excite you? Are you tired at the end of the day, even though all you did was sit at a desk for 7 hours straight? Do you have to use the candle on the table at restaurants because it's always too dark to read the menu? Does your ankle just hurt sometimes for no reason whatsoever? Does your idea of a fun night consist of playing German board games and going to bed at 10? Do you avoid looking at the news because you know it'll make you sad? Do you get angry just knowing that there are teenagers on Vine who have made more money in the past 2 years than you will in your entire life? Do you enjoy drinking a beer right after getting home from work just a little too much? If you answered yes to even one of those questions, chances are you might have adulthood, a serious condition that affects 7 billion people 18 and older worldwide. And there's no fucking cure!
We're back to the best show you have never heard of. That's the Charles Richardson Show.
And we're back. Excuse me.
Filling up at the pump becoming an
Yeah, like COVID on that one.
Yeah, no, please, no COVID talk.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to pass it on to you. That's a little bit far away.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I hate to see you, have it either way it goes. So.
Yeah, I hear you. I honestly think I'm immune. Wife had it twice, kid had it once, and I've still turned up negative. I think I'm good. I think I'm invincible. Make sure you go ahead and give a call to Hall Calling and Contracting. They're the team that you need if you need your lawn done, your home improved, car repaired, and much, much more. They do everything. 941-204-1264. Go ahead, call them up and schedule an appointment. If you're in the Southwest Florida area, they will definitely be able to go ahead and hook you up fast and in a jiffy. Even if you're outside Florida, give them a call at 941-204-1264. They may still be able to go ahead and help you out. Give them a call for a free estimate. It's Hall Calling and Contracting, 941-204-1264. Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. Anyway, talking about gas and everything like that, John actually went ahead and sent me a story where a truck driver, it's not about stealing gas. A truck driver actually rigged his cap with fishing line to avoid his license plate out of view to avoid New York City tolls.
Wait, what?
According to this, a truck driver rigged his cap with fishing line, the cab to avoid his license plate out of view to avoid paying New York City tolls. All right, so he used fishing line to flip his license plate in a bid to avoid paying tolls in New York City.
Oh, okay. All right, I get it now.
I think that was a little bit of a mix.
Now that makes a little sense. You ever see the movie The Transporter?
No, but I've seen Knight Rider, and apparently Knight Rider had a few different plates that you could just flip, and he changed states. Police officer saw a 41-year-old Javier Marte of Yonkers, New York, drive through a George Washington Bridge electronic toll lane without the toll registering on Wednesday night. Yeah, I've been through that GW Bridge fucking nightmare. The police stopped his truck and found fishing line rigged from the cab to a hinge on the front license plate. So how it works was, it looks like how the hell did they do that? Wow. They say the line could flip the plate out of view going through the toll plaza. They also say the rear license plate was bent up to defeat security cameras. Marte is accused of tampering with public records and theft of services. It's not known if he has a lawyer who could comment. Obviously, he doesn't, because they would be commenting. I mean, something that I could have used to avoid about $50 worth of tolls during my recent visit up north. Wow. They charged me $23 to cross a freaking bridge in Jersey. It wasn't even the GW. $23. just because I wasn't a resident of New Jersey. You can go.
So that would kind of discourage tourism, if you ask me.
I think so. I think so. But we were talking about the gas prices. Well, Joe Biden actually is coming out with something, kind of intelligent. He's actually asking for a gas tax holiday. John, what's up?
Hey, well, that article was a few years. It's a little older of an article, but I just wanted to point it out. The moral of the story is,
people are trying to cheat the system.
But in a truck driver, because my brother goes over that bridge, it's up there. It's like a little over $100 for a truck driver to go over that bridge. And if you're owner operator,
you're out that cost.
You got to, and they were doing it. Even a guy in a car got caught using license plate flipper. He's been doing it for years. He finally got caught, and they said he owed like thousands of dollars. They figured it out,
Well, yeah, I think if you're that over your head, you might as well just go ahead and risk it because, you just keep going into debt that much. It's like going into credit cards. You're going to go, buy a credit card to get another credit card in debt.
Right. And just what's going on in this country with people, having hard times right now, it's going to get worse before it gets better.
I agree.
Some of these scams are going to start coming up, and watch out. Watch out.
Yeah.
Like your vehicle at night. Do you have a lock on your gas cap?
Yeah, that's something I am a little concerned about now that you mentioned that, is because
it's gonna happen.
No, see, here's the thing. I don't have a cap on my gas. I don't have anything. It is wide open. It's like an interlocking one.
Right.
So
it's been going on up here. I don't hear about it that much on the news, but within the last month, there's been rashes of people getting their gasoline stolen because they don't have locking gas caps,
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's getting crazy. All right. Take care.
All right, John. Thanks. So, yeah, it is crazy beyond crazy. That's all I got to say, man.
Yeah,
people doing some weird shit.
Yeah, they are.
To save some bucks.
You know what? I was just doing a little not fact finding, but just a little bit of research on the gas tax. So it looks like that if they do the holiday for the gas tax on a federal level, that it's going to save about 18.5 cents. But guess where the biggest tax is on the gas? It's not from the federal, it's on the state level. The state level, the average tax is like 30 cents, worth of taxes.
Yeah, the state has to go ahead and do that, not federal.
Well, I'm thinking I think that maybe both of them should do it, to be honest, because it's the summertime. People want to get out and travel. It's really going to hurt the economy because nobody is going to go out to spend any money because they don't have any money to spend. I mean, why not suspend it for both of them? Now, the downside to that is where they're going to do the tax relief here, something else is bound to go up. Something else is definitely going to go up if they lower that. So you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But to have that type of money, in taxes, I didn't realize that the gas tax was that high.
Yeah. So here I got the, hang on 1 second here, because I actually got some video in regards to the Biden tax thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see if I can actually pull this up and we can have it. It's about a 3-minute story, but we'll try to bypass some of the boring parts. But yeah, Biden is asking Congress to go ahead and suspend gas tax for 3 months. Now, like Eric was saying, it's that stuff right now is here it is right now. If we can go ahead and get on it.
President Biden hopes suspending the federal gas tax will help, but some economists aren't so sure. The president needs Congress to do it, and we're hearing tonight from members of both parties who aren't sure this is such a great idea. For his part, the president says temporarily lifting the federal gas tax would give Americans just a little bit of breathing room, and he criticized the energy industry for prioritizing profits over production. The national average for a gallon of regular is now $4.96. That's $1.89 more than it was 1 year ago. And today, the Fed chair told Congress he's trying to avoid a recession, but there is a possibility. CBS's Nancy Cordes starts us off tonight from the White House. Good evening, Nancy.
All right, good evening, Nancy, but we're not going to listen to Nancy because we're just going to discuss this. So, like you mentioned, it's only going to bring about 19 cents of relief. That 19 cents can go away quickly as soon as, literally as soon as the following month, because these things keep jacking up like, 10, 15 cents like every week or so. And it's like that 25 cents, that 19 cents could be gone. It just really, you're right. And the taxes, on the state level, they're the ones that are going to be the biggest help if they're allowed to go ahead and get in on it. But it's only calling for 3 months.
Yeah. So right back when the kids start going back to school, things like that, you're just going to spike it right back up. You're looking at the expense of the kids having to get clothes and, supplies and things like that. So, man, this is going to be, from now to the end of the year, this is going to be pretty rough on a lot of people's pockets.
He also is urging the states to suspend their own taxes to provide similar relief, given that the state gas tax on average runs about 30 cents a gallon. So let's do a comparison here. So we take the 30 cents out of the state. We take the 18 cents from the federal. That's almost 50 cents, almost a half a dollar. You're still paying about $4.50 of gas.
That's true. And the gas prices are not regulated, from what I understand, as long as it's like within a certain amount of percentage average within a certain geographical area. I think that's how that works. They could come up with any sort of reasons to raise the gas prices. As a matter of fact, if they do that, then the gas companies are actually going to get more money because they don't have to pay the taxes on the gas.
Yeah, if you take a look at it too, it's like, they're having like record years this year. Like I think they've tripled in their profits, or some of them quadrupled. Like they were making, $3 billion 1 year. Now this year they're making $9 billion. And it's like there's nothing. It's robbery. It really is. It's highway robbery, and they could care less. And it's not just us. So everybody that's blaming Biden for this needs to shut up, because it's not just us, it's the whole world that's in this. Everybody. Biden doesn't control the cost for everybody. Now, yes, I do understand the American economy does influence other economies, but with that same notion, these gas prices, even before Biden took office, were never this high.
No.
So, but also the housing crisis wasn't the way it was. The rent prices never got that out of control. It trickles down. Now, do I say he has some blame to it? Yes, but I don't see him having the whole blame. So I think people, it was going to come back up to normal. Trump had one thing in his favor when this was, and if you want to call it a favor, but he had the pandemic. The pandemic caused the gas prices to go down to like under $2 for the first time in years. But pandemic ends, everybody's back to traveling, everybody needs gas. Those prices were going to go back to up to $2.50, $3 a gallon. Never would I have thought for almost $5 on average. I never thought that was going to happen, but it has. And
I'm sorry. It also goes to show you too, if these gas companies come triple the profit, I mean, they could go ahead and they could lower it if they really want to help the people that are keeping them in business. They could do something to not make gas as expensive as it is, but they don't. I mean, why? If you go from what do you say, trillion to 9 trillion, or was that billion?
Billion.
Yeah, I mean,
but still, that's still a jump of 200%.
Yeah, but I mean, how much is enough though? How much money is enough money?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's the sky's the limit. Until there is a reason for the United States, or any country for that matter, to stop buying oil, what good would they need for production? They wouldn't need as much production.
No, it wouldn't. But there was once upon a time where there were I want to say that there was like cars that ran off steam. I think Volkswagen had something like that in the 70s. Where it was actually, like steam operated. It was a steam engine.
How's that working? How's that working today? I mean, now, today is lithium electric cars.
Right.
And I'm sorry, they don't work for me. They don't. And because number one, listen, if you're a whatchamacallit, if you're a person that likes to wait till the last minute to get your gas, it ain't gonna work for you. My wife could tell you the same thing. She waits till like she is on E. I think I can get home and I'll get gas tomorrow. It's like,
okay,
if you can't, go ahead.
But what about those plug-in hybrids where you have the option to plug it in, but you can also use gas?
See, I didn't think I thought it was the hybrids, the one I have, just recharge on their own. They don't need to be plugged
there's
in.
a newer one
plug-in
out
hybrid?
that is you can plug it in or you can use gas.
See, I got no problem with that. I got no problem with the cars like mine, which run off electricity when it has enough juice and when it's in a certain frame of driving. It'll go off electricity, and then when the battery gets down to a certain level and has to recharge, the motor kicks in to recharge the battery, and then it goes off gas. So it goes back and forth.
Because there's a commercial for it, and the guy is at the gas station, and he's using the
Oh, no squeegee.
the squeegee, yeah. The
Yeah.
squeegee,
Okay.
and,
Yeah.
and
That
they're like,
commercial's fun.
oh, no squeegee if you're not a customer.
Yeah.
And so he pumps just like a tiny bit of gas into his car, and
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
And
now
that,
I use the squeegee.
and that probably lasts him for about a week. No squeegee. I'd go down to the next gas station to use the fucking squeegee. What do you go ahead and bother with that for? Yeah, no squeegee unless you buy gas. Really? All right, bye. And go on to the next one. I mean, it doesn't really hurt him anyway. If you're not going to buy gas, what does he care? So, but as everybody heard, Alyssa is in studio, and as she is sporting, as you could see, the very brand new Backstreet Boys shirt for the DNA concert that she got there last night. Which, by the way, I was very, very skeptical about getting, because as soon as we parked, we got guys that are out there with a bunch of shirts with, those shirts right there, all folded and everything. And it's like, it's like a meth dealer say, "Hey man, you need some? You need
a shirt?
I got 20. They're 45 in the studio. Hey, do you need a shirt? You need a shirt? Huh? You need a shirt?" I'm thinking, okay, how bad could they be? So it's like only 20. It's like, okay, well, listen, parking was free. I was expecting to pay for parking. Here's 20. There you go. And here's a shirt. Now, when we go ahead and wash the shirt, we'll have a before and after.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine. It seems like the same quality as the ones that you would buy.
And they were
inside.
And they were true. We went ahead. Number one, when we went into the amphitheater, number one, there was like a line like
there
10
was a mob.
deep.
There was a mob. It was not a line.
Okay. So what I meant to say 10 deep, it was 10 deep crowd. Like, there's 10 people, and then I think width-wise, I think it was like 30. So there was like a mob. It was a mosh pit right in front of the
the souvenirs. Yeah.
And you got people over there with the sign. Listen, skip the line. Here's the QR code. Here's the QR code. And nobody cared about the QR code. Nobody cared about it.
Well, and like I was looking at the stuff, and I was like, I am not going to wait in that mob. First of all.
And number two, it was exactly the price that they said. It was $45.
Well, and I can buy the same stuff online, and I don't have to wait in a freaking mob for it.
Isn't Amazon great?
No,
Amazon is
the Backstreet Boys website.
Isn't the Backstreet Boys website great? Sorry, not one website; it's the other. And John was over here saying outside scalpers T-shirts selling. Well, there were scalpers actually trying to sell tickets.
Yeah, there was a couple of guys that walked by us. Need tickets. Need tickets.
Need tickets. Need tickets. I mean, seriously, that's how they were.
Yeah,
they're walking by. Need tickets.
Yeah,
need tickets?
They're like real quiet about it.
Oh yeah, they're like right up to the cop. It's like, shut up. Need tickets. Need tickets. Need tickets. Need tickets.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh! Here's the best part. Oh, here's the best part. So we went ahead and I posted pictures on my Facebook about lunchtime, because at lunchtime we had it up there. Don't ask me why. I'll get into that in a second. And I get a message from somebody who I'm not friends with, and says, "Oh, you going? I have 3 tickets. My wife and I can't go. did you want to buy them? I mean,
No, they said, do you want me to
Oh,
transfer them?
yes. Do you
That
want me
was
to
all
transfer
they
'em?
said.
Thank
Nothing
you.
about buying them. Just, do you want me to transfer them? And I'm thinking, well, if they're better seats than ours, hell yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Give them to us.
Yeah, by no means did we have the greatest seats on earth. I mean, they were good seats, don't
They
get
were
me wrong,
pretty
but they weren't the greatest seats. So I asked them, it's like, well, are you looking just to get rid of them, or are you looking to sell them? Because we don't have a lot of, I mean, I was lying a little bit, we don't have a lot of money. But what are you looking to do with them? And he says, well, I'm looking to sell them, but at a very, very discounted price, not face value. So he told me that the section was like section 6 or something like that, which is like the level below us, a lot closer. And it wasn't, mosh pit tickets or anything like that, but it was close enough. And he said he wanted to sell all 3 of them for $320, $25, which is about half of face value. So it's like, okay, that's not bad, but I don't know you, dude. I don't know you. And how does this work? Are you going to give me the Ticketmaster resell link, or are you going to say, no, you just go ahead and send me Cash App? Thinking, no, I'm not going to do that. Number one, I wasn't going to pay $125 per ticket when we already had our tickets. We already got our tickets. We don't need to go ahead and do that. But listen, if you're going to go and resell your tickets, there's the thing, depending on where you bought them from. If you bought them from Ticketmaster or Live Nation or whatever, you can resell them through the website. And people apparently were still looking for tickets because it was like last minute, 4:00 in the afternoon. Show started at 7:30. People couldn't go. And there were people that wanted to get their tickets sold. But just didn't trust it one way or the other. It's like, I was interested, but then it's like, no, we're not gonna do that money. So we stuck with tickets we had.
That just sounds that's fishing.
It sounds very fishy.
It's
no.
Well, the only reason I even mentioned it to him when I saw the comment was because I thought it was somebody he knew. I thought it was a friend of his.
Yeah.
And I thought they were just like looking to just give the tickets away.
Which
that's what it sounded like.
Which is weird because we made the post with our pictures.
Yeah.
I put it on my profile, tagged you in it. So I'm thinking it's either somebody I knew or somebody you knew, and it was neither.
Yeah.
So it's like, my profile is public, so pretty much anybody can go ahead and take a look at. But why? I mean, unless the Backstreet Boys triggered something like that, or Amphitheater triggered it, I don't know.
Well, we did mention it last week on the show too.
Remind me?
I said we did mention it last week on the show too, about you were going to the concert. So
well, that's true too. That's true too. But believe me, my show's not in any way, shape, or form Howard Stern type. So I doubt very much I would go ahead and get somebody to check my Facebook page out over the show.
Hey, you never know. You could be the next Howard Stern.
Yeah. All right, whatever. I appreciate the Glenn said they used to sell bootleg tickets on my own show. See, that's something I will not do. I will not sell bootleg tickets. I will not say, hey, there is a show happening tonight. Is it tonight or tomorrow night for the Vero Beach?
Tonight.
It's time. There's a show happening
West Palm.
now, actually, right now. I will sell you my tickets that obviously I can't go. But if you're in the West Palm Beach area, I'll sell you my tickets right now. They're on section 101, row 1, CA, and I'm going to sell them for $500 right now. That's half the price of regular. So make sure you send me, if that's 2 tickets, $1,000 to my Cash App right now, and I'll go ahead and I promise you, I'll send you legitimate tickets right now.
Wink, wink.
Anybody? No, it's like I said, they're just like, show me the link. Give me the link. Give me a real Ticketmaster link. What's your, because you obviously, if you're going to resell them, that's where I'll take them. I'll take them on a resale site, but that's it. But anyway, so Alyssa's in. Alyssa went ahead and officially lost half her voice about midway through the concert. Or you said before the concert?
It wasn't before the concert, but it was pretty early on in the concert.
Yeah. She's one of the girls, and I say girls with all due respect, She was one of the girls screaming at the top of her lungs, and luckily, she was wearing a mask, so it was muffling the loudness, so it didn't affect my hearing. Not to say that the ones behind me just were crazy. And actually, you had some comments about what they were doing.
Well, the ones behind you and the ones next to me were girls. They were very young, probably too young to really know the Backstreet Boys the way that I know the Backstreet Boys.
Right.
And
yeah, I figured they were like either right out of high school or freshmen in college.
well, maybe a little older than that.
Yeah.
But they were in their early 20s. And they were making really stupid comments. Like they were the Backstreet Boys were playing a couple of older songs, and these kids behind us were like, "Oh, what are we in kindergarten?" And it just, I mean, they were just being rude and obnoxious. And
no, are they being rude and obnoxious because of the crowd reaction to it or the songs?
I don't know. But they also at one point said something about you being too tall or something like that. I'm like,
which I was.
You know what? It happened.
Oh well.
Oh, well.
When you go to a concert, you don't
Luck of the
expect
draw.
anybody to be right. You don't expect anybody to be sitting down at a concert.
Now wait a second. I have a question. Are they telling me I was too tall to be a Backstreet Boys fan?
No.
Is there a height requirement?
They probably couldn't see past you. You know, you're not a short dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was actually, and there was somebody in front of me who was actually a female, and I
she
questioned.
was pretty close to as tall as you.
Yeah, I questioned that gender by all means, just by the sheer width and height of it.
It was a woman.
Okay, just making sure. I question it, but yeah, she was like from a 6'1", 6-ish, something like that. So it's like I actually had to like tower over her a little bit. It's like, so listen, if I sit down, you have to deal with this person.
I was glad that I was behind the woman next to her that was with her. That
she was
shorter and smaller.
Okay.
But she, the bigger one, kind of crept over to the left. And I even asked you, it's like, hey, do you want to switch seats with me? This is a little bit of a better view.
I was better off where I was because I was able to move over a little bit because those skinny bitches next to me were not taking up much space.
I sense that you're holding back. Why don't you tell us how you really felt about them?
Oh, she'll tell you about it, Backstreet Boys.
I'm pretty sure she will.
I mean, they were three twig-thin blondes that were like 22 maybe, and just like, and they weren't singing along to any of the songs because they didn't know any of them.
So here's my thing. Why in the world would you pay good money to go to a concert and you don't know the songs?
I don't know.
I don't know. She paid money for me. I have no idea.
not you.
You knew some of the songs.
John commented, if Charles was blocked, my view, I'd been throwing shit at him all night. Well, that's John, of course. But yeah, I mean, like you said, the seats were good, and Alyssa should have been just wearing one of those passes like she was a photographer because the whole night was like, yeah, that's all you were taking. The memory card got full halfway through the show.
No, it was at the very end.
It was the end.
It was towards the end.
Which, you know what? I got a grip. I got a gripe, whatever. I got a grip with a gripe. That show only lasted 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that normal?
Yeah.
That's normal for a Backstreet Boys to last 2 hours? Because Train lasted forever.
I don't think Train actually lasted forever. I think Train was probably about 2 hours. Most concerts are about 2 hours.
Okay.
Question. Was that 2 hours including the hour intermission change?
No.
Okay.
That was from 9 to 11. That's when they officially ended as 11.
Okay. Almost sounds like that there probably should have been another act before them. You think maybe something happened?
No, that's just the way that it is with the Backstreet shows.
So that's normal. That hour kind of intermission to get the stage set up.
Well, actually, apparently an hour is short. Is really quick. Apparently, according to Backstreet time.
I mean, sometimes it can be longer than that, but it's usually about an hour.
Okay.
So there you go. So we had we talked about the crowd. We talked about actually how I enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and share this video that I made, because parking over at the amphitheater, number one, was free. It's on a lawn, and we actually didn't have bad parking. Like, literally, when we parked, we were in the entrance, maybe 10 minutes? Didn't take that long.
It felt a lot longer on the way out, though.
Oh, well, it's because we're hurting. That's why. Had nothing to do with being long. It was just we were hurting. So I went ahead. I actually got scared at one point in time.
Recap on Georgia.
I really did. I got scared at one point in time. So I want to go ahead and actually.
Yeah, right.
All right, let me finish this. Share this real quick, because this could have been my goodbye video. Honestly, it really could have. So here it is. Fix this camera thing here. All right. Well,
Georgia didn't want to hear about it, Robin.
We are now 40 minutes into the aftermath of the Backstreet Boys DNA concert here at the amphitheater here in Tampa, Florida. And I'm making this photo because if nobody hears me by tomorrow, we're probably still in the parking lot, and our bones need to be, or our bodies need to be rescued, because we've been abandoned. And I believe the count here is about 15,000 people, all in their cars. It's like a Stephen King novel, like The End of the World. All the cars are just parked and just sitting here. The only difference is there's lights still, brake lights and headlights. Those are about to die because
every now and then they move an inch.
Yeah, they move an inch. I mean, they say, like football, it's a game of inches. In this particular instance, it's a game of frustration. But I will come on and say, in front of the whole Facebook community, I was entertained. Am I a fan of all their songs? No. Some of their songs I never even heard of. Some of their songs I thoroughly enjoyed. That the ones I never heard of. The slow songs, of course, they came through, and my word, I'm just surprised they can still hear. The screaming was about as high pitched, and I'm surprised the glass. There was no glass, actually. It was all plastic. So yeah, if there was any glass in the amphitheater, it would have broken several times over. It was just ridiculous. And the girls, and not ladies, girls behind me. Oh, wait, I gotta move. Hold on. I moved 6 feet. Okay, now we're back. As you can see, my face is red because of the brake lights from the person in front of me. So I will say that some of these songs that I've never heard of were upbeat, and they were actually good. So I actually will go ahead and I was doing that the whole concert. I was applauding them as each song came up, because not just the song, but the performance, the choreograph, the lighting, everything felt like a dance party, a club scene, club atmosphere, which I'm all for. I'm all for a club atmosphere, and they made it so. We're talking about the smoke. We're talking about the fog, not fog, it was like the mist, what you would call it? Yeah, like the mist that comes up and everything like that. It's like, and they ended it in the most celebratory way you could possibly do it. Confetti and streamers. Confetti and streamers. I mean, it was like a kid's birthday party, except it wasn't. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I know Alyssa had a good time because she has half her voice now.
It's starting to come back a little bit.
Oh no, okay, so you didn't really have that good of a time.
Oh no, I mean, I don't
she was coming out of the, and again, this is about an hour ago. We were coming out of the venue,
and she's talking like this. I can't believe I didn't get a picture of AJ that was clear enough on my phone. Howie, whatever. Howie and Hungry Howie. I didn't get a picture of him, and people were in my way. She sounded like a ghoulie, but her voice is coming back to pre screaming BSB stagnant, whatever. But I honestly say I am impressed at the show, and I was coming in. I knew there was going to be entertainment, and they were going to perform an amazing show. I'm just not a big fan of all their music. Like I mentioned, some of the music never heard of. Now I'm a fan of those songs. I'm surprised they never got more airplay. I'm surprised I never heard any of those. That's the type of stuff that would probably.
Sure which ones you're talking about. It's probably really old ones. That's all.
It may be. I'm talking about ones that almost sound like they rapped. There's a couple of hip hop ones that I didn't know Backstreet Boys rapped. You kidding me? So anyway, I am coming on to say this video is twofold. Number one, let you know we are alive and well. It's 11:46 p.m. right now. We are still stuck on the grassy knoll that is the Florida Amphitheater parking lot, which is in the Florida State Fairgrounds. If you do not hear from us by 8 a.m. tomorrow, please look for us here. We'll probably still be in a line waiting to leave. Okay? So just, Alyssa's laughing. I'm being serious. Please look for a white Ford. Just look for us. Okay? You'll know us. When we see us. I'm wearing my Mac Jones jersey. You see me. Just you'll know it's me. Trust me. The jersey may be ripped off because there's a lot of angry Bills fans here that apparently don't like me very much. So they're probably going to rip it and burn me with the Mac Jones jersey on if they find me. I think they're going to, that's the next thing is, number one, bathroom. Number two, we're going to have to scour for food. So we're going to.
I'm about to open this door and pop. Not really, but.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I can't believe
I did not bring any weapons, so we're at a disadvantage already. So if it ever breaks out into a survival mode, we're doomed. We're screwed. But we are in the parking lot. We have not. We've moved a little. But right now, 47 minutes into leaving this godforsaken parking lot, and the movement has been like 5 feet in 47 minutes. I take it we'll be home if this continues at a steady pace. We'll be home sometime next month. And at that point in time, this big bottle of water is all the hydration we have right now. So it's not going to last very long. Okay? I could probably chug this in like 30 seconds. So it's not going to last very long. I will go ahead and ration it so that way we do have water by the time we actually get the hell out of here. But again, if you don't hear from us, that means Bills fans have taken over our bodies, and they're using them to smoke our bodies. They're using them to smoke the meat, and so they can feed off it. It's like an airplane crash in the middle of nowhere. Everybody's going to eat each other. Okay, it's going to come down to zombies. It really is. So, that's the first reason I'm making this video is to chronologically my life and Alyssa's life. That she's with me here too as well, so she is perishing as well. After having the overjoy of seeing the 5 mighty men that are the Backstreet Boys, she is now she's so overjoyed. Now she's come down a complete 180, and now we are fearing for our lives. So please send food. Send a toiletry. Somebody send a porta potty right over here at the corner of the fairgrounds, so that way we can go ahead and take a piss and shit, and so we don't mess up the car. Okay, somebody do that. We're waiting on you. We're waiting on you, folks. And if the second thing, the non-important reason why I'm making this video is I enjoyed the show, and the Backstreet Boys kick ass. So take care, everybody. And you didn't hear me say that, but I did. Bye.
So there you go.
In case anybody's wondering, we did make it to a bathroom.
Yes, the aftermath is we did make it to the bathroom. Although we didn't make it to the first bathroom because everybody that was leaving ended up there.
There was a gas station right across the street, and every single person that came out of that obnoxious line in the parking lot went into that gas station. There was people like laying down on the sidewalk outside of the gas station.
It was really
and they're
scary.
all wearing Backstreet Boys shirts.
You thought you saw your friend there too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw my coworker there. But they're all just like, laying down on the sidewalk and like sitting around outside the gas station.
They just had one big, gigantic orgasm, so they're trying to rest.
They needed to rehydrate after that.
Go ahead and unmute yourself there, Eric.
I'm sorry. I was over here laughing and just thinking to myself. You know what? You ever notice, like in the NFL, you never see guys actually go to the bathroom in the middle of the game? So I think you need one of those bags. I think they've got like some sort of bag or something like that they go to the bathroom. And I think in situations like that, well, I don't know how that would work for the ladies, but the guys could make it work. But it's
You
crazy.
just need to bring a bedpan for the ladies, and I'm not sticking any tube up my penis. I mean, are you kidding me? Come on now.
You're not sticking your tube in the penis. You're literally peeing in the bag.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, yeah, we have to think about that next time we go to a Backstreet Boys concert. So we need to go ahead bedpan for you, so you can just go ahead and pop a squat in the chair, and it won't mess up the chair.
Oh, here you go with the bedpan. I did not suggest a bedpan.
You know what though? And see,
maybe an Amazon box.
I had to go to the bathroom when we were leaving the venue, but there was no way I was going to try and wait in whatever line was at the bathroom at that point in time. So I was like, I'm better off just waiting until we get out of this parking lot and finding a bathroom somewhere else, because it would have taken me just as long to get into the bathroom, I think.
Well, at the same time, we could have gone ahead and waited for that mass crash, which I underestimated. I'm over here thinking as soon as the show's done, everybody left their, well, they already left their seats, but got into the aisles and made their way to the parking lot or to the backstage area somewhere.
No, because they made their way over to get souvenirs or to the bathroom or whatever else after the show.
Right. But it turns out as we're walking in back to the parking lot, it's like we start seeing the cars all lined up, and they did not move until we got to our car. And they didn't move until like 10, 15, 20 minutes after we got to our car. It was just crazy.
Well, and then we had the person next to us was like trying to cut us off. And then they were like about to hit this other car that was coming from the other side.
Yeah.
Because they were that determined to
This
be
is
the
my
first
spot.
one out of there.
This is my spot. You ain't getting my spot. Yeah, it was crazy. It was like, it was like gladiators.
Hunger Games or something.
It's a Hunger Games. That was a reference I could have used. Hunger Games.
I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of drunk folks that were
That
out
could
there
have
just
been
going-
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure alcohol was at an all-time high over there.
Well, I mean,
and other
I don't
things
know.
probably
Those drinks
too.
were expensive.
Yeah, we got one of
Holy
these.
shit.
We got one of these drinks now. It was good. Don't get me wrong. This is a fucking knockout drink. $22 fucking dollars. Now the thing is the drink wasn't like a tiny cup. It wasn't like a
No,
tiny
it
cup or a
came
shot.
It came in a good sized cocktail shaker. Actually,
It did, yeah. So I'm not. We don't have time. I was going to go out and get it, but it's a decent sized drink, but it's $22. The one bargain I found is you got a big paper bag of popcorn, like a regular popcorn bag that you see at the movie theaters, not bucket, but the biggest popcorn bag you have besides the bucket. $8 for popcorn, free refills. The only backdraft is it's stale as hell.
yeah, it was not good.
So, but
I didn't eat very much of it because it was too stale.
But then, because I'm a big soda drinker, $8 for a souvenir cup of soda, which is just a big plastic cup, unlimited refills. I did take advantage of that. I think I did a couple. Each time a slow song came on, I needed to go get his refill. So
okay.
So I what the 3 refills on that? That I made my money's worth on that one.
I should have had you get me a soda so that I would have probably not lost my voice.
But you had the White Death or
but I didn't drink
the
all
Liquid
of that.
Death. Look, Eric, let me
That
tell you
was
something.
weird.
Have you ever seen water in a can? And I'm not talking about sparkling or that. I'm talking about just regular filtered water in a can.
In a can, like a soda can or a beer can type
It
thing?
almost looked like a beer can.
Yeah, an oversized beer can.
When I first saw it, I saw a kid with it. He looked like he was like 12. And I'm thinking, is he drinking beer? And then Charles went to go get waters and he came back with those. And I'm like, I thought we were getting water.
Yeah, so you said I thought you were just going to get water. No, so look,
and it said Liquid Death on the can. And I'm
You know
thinking,
what?
there must be some kind of alcohol, right?
You know what? I've seen those. I actually had one of those. It didn't really taste like it didn't taste any different than regular water. Just
that's what I'm saying.
It was just regular water, but it was kind of an odd thing to be drinking it from a can, though.
Yeah, I agree.
weird.
I'm over here thinking I'm going to pop this. Is this carbonated water? Because everything in the can I think of is carbonated.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how I think. No, just regular water.
It literally tastes like water that I could get from a tap, but somebody just put it in a nice, sexy can.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, well, I don't know about sexy. It's just a regular freaking beer can. That's all beer can. Oh, there we go. Fast and the Furious.
racing.
The Fast and the Furious is happening over at Eric's.
Same time every damn day.
That guy's really in a hurry to get home from work.
You know what? That guy stays about maybe 10 or 12 houses down. So what I think he does is he goes sprints to the store right before they close so he can go buy his alcohol and then sprints back.
Let me see here. How much is this thing? I'm trying to see. $2.09 per can at 7-Eleven. You buy it in a case, $16.59. That's okay. I'll stick to my Aquafina that I buy for $5, and I get 32 bottles over at Sam's Club.
I'll get you one better. I'll stick with the water that comes out of my tap that has the little filter on it. And if somebody wants to buy some water, I'm pretty sure I can come up with a catchy title and slap it in a can. That's Liquid Death. How about Solid Life?
See, the problem is, Eric, you have a filter on yours. We don't. And even if we did, I still probably wouldn't trust the water. That's how it is down here.
Okay. Well, this is Michigan, and outside of that little situation that happened over in Flint, which Flint decided not to, purchase their water from the state. They decided to do it through a third party. So that's kind of the backstory behind that. We got some pretty good water.
Okay.
I used to use the filter pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
I put a stop to that. I'm saying we're not filtering shit through here because
Yeah.
we have to keep updating the fucking filters.
Yeah, shortly after he moved in, I stopped doing that because he doesn't like it.
Lifestyle change.
Yeah, well, I really couldn't associate Charles with a filter.
No, there's no filter, period. Not for my mouth, not for the water, no. And the filter just wouldn't work. I did put some good news in there if you want to grab it real quick, because we're toward the end of the show, actually. So I'm not sure. Yeah, go ahead and grab it and grab the other thing later. But so make sure, guys, to go ahead and check us out on rawtalkonlineradio.com. Our great lineup every Monday through Friday is there. Start your morning off at 7:30 in the morning. Kick it off with DJ Scotty in the Morning Mayhem, live Monday through Friday. And then from 10 to 1 Eastern, it's the Steve Jarrett Morning Show. And then on 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern, Matt Connarton Unleashed, live shows Monday through Friday. And then here, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Philip D. Blackman from 6 to 7 and us from 7 to 9. So looking to kind of fill those holds there on the Tuesday and Thursday and the Saturday time slots and stuff like that. So know anybody that has a show, live show, go ahead and fill out the contact information and send us an email. And that's rawtalkonline@yahoo.com, because Yahoo's awesome. Even though I'm lying, they're not awesome.
I was about to say I'm more of a Gmail guy.
Yeah, I'm really seriously thinking about turning over to Gmail because Yahoo just blows.
Well, Gmail is fantastic. Now, the first email address I had, real quick, because I know we're about ready to wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when we used to have to pay for those email addresses with AOL?
Negative. No. Well, I remember you had to pay for the subscription.
You had to pay for basically you were leasing the name too. You were leasing the email domain address.
Oh, hell. I never used AOL's email anyway. That was so. I used to work for AOL, so I should have got that shit free.
And we used to use the AOL Instant Messenger all the time too.
I did use that. Oh man, I remember Yahoo chat rooms.
Well, the AOL Instant Messenger, they had where you could voice chat.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I think they may have been the first one.
Do that all the time because that was like the first one where you could voice chat.
And I think even video. I think they were even first to video chatting too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing that. That's when I first kind of broke into the internet radio thing. It's all I did was basically have the auto hold down on the Yahoo chat button and just start playing music and shit like that and being a DJ. And then finally somebody told me about Sam Broadcaster and streaming this and streaming that and such and such. So we only got 3 minutes. It's not gonna be enough time. We'll do it Friday. We'll do double good news on Friday.
Alrighty.
But good news today is that we enjoyed a concert last night. We are winded and tired, and right now in about 4 minutes, that's going to be 1 minute after the show goes off air, we'll probably be done and sleeping because that's the way.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I will speak for myself. I know you're probably going to stay up and you're never going to go to sleep. You had a chance to go to sleep after you dropped off Stefan at the camp. You could have came home, went back to sleep with me. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you could. You need to shut your phone off and stop texting Melissa. That's what you need to do.
Listen, Melissa texted me, asking me about the concert.
Yeah, hey, listen, I am sleeping, Melissa. I'll text you later. That's what it could have been your response. You're too much of a softie.
Well, I think I'm going to get online. I think I'm going to go play some maybe like some NBA 2K or maybe jump on the sticks and play some Madden.
Whoa, which Madden do you got? Well, do you have the latest?
Yeah, I got the latest Madden. What platform are you on?
PS5.
PS5?
PS5.
Well, okay, see, I'm not a balling out of control guy. I'm on a 4.
But I think we still can go ahead and you know what? You and I need to go ahead and exchange PSN names.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me a chat on there, and I'm just going to go ahead and start playing the music so we can go ahead and fade out to black. So, all right, Eric, thanks again for coming on. We'll see you Friday. Hopefully, Karen will be on this Friday as well. Going to try to see if we can get some games going on, maybe some Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune, or maybe we'll break open the karaoke machine. Who knows?
Oh, well, I'll be listening. I won't be participating.
No, that's mandatory, man. You're part of the show now.
All right. Well, can I just hum it?
We'll see. You know what we should do? We should do that. Name that tune.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. We'll put together some stuff.
We'll mull it over, and we'll see you on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Take care, everybody.
All right, cool beans. Talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
It blinded me permanently.